Sheriff's Office with a page for Eagle River Fire and Eagle River 911. Eagle River Fire and 911, you're needed for a house fire, 11 Everett Road. Time of page 1248.
Hello again. My name's Snorky. This is Andrew. And what we're going to do today is we're going to go over our Engine16, which is our main attack engine for fire scenes. And we'll just kind of go over each door as we go along and explain what we do. This is the driver's compartment, obviously. Here we have all our light controls, so we can turn on all of the emergency scenes. Pretty much this is where we engage the pump, so we can pump water. On the way to the fire, the IC, which would be sitting over on the other side of the truck, and I are in communication so that we can set up and have easy water supply. And we're kind of getting information if there is somebody on scene of what the fire is. And when we do get on scene, then the IC makes decisions and myself where to park the engine so that we can deploy the hoses and have a set up water supply. So the commander would be sitting right there. We typically have another crew of at least 2 firefighters in the back that we're putting on their air packs. And we have room for one more, for a 5th man where Andrew is sitting. Kind of throwing on an air pack there. These are headsets so that we can communicate amongst ourselves here in the cab. These 2 are in the front, are hooked to the radio so that we can talk to each other, anybody on the fire ground, communicate back to dispatch, the other trucks. I mean, the headsets that are in the back, all those are for us to communicate inside the truck.
Can you hear me, Snorky?
Loud and clear. Okay, let's hop out and we'll go around the truck real quick. We arrive on scene. The IC is doing his 360 around the structure. Me, if I'm the pump operator, what I like to do as my firefighters are getting out and getting ready, I deploy the hose for them and I get it hooked up. For that way, I don't make a mistake and charge the wrong line. So everybody, and they can get on with what they're doing. So if you want to come around this side of the truck, there's 200 feet of 2.5-inch hose. Here we have the pump panel. This is where all the magic happens. It looks rather confusing, but it's not that big of a deal. We have 1,000 gallons of water on the truck so that we can start doing an initial attack before we have a water supply established. This truck is also hooked, capable of foam and cabs, which is a fire suppressant that helps. It breaks the fire down quicker, and we use less water, less damage. So this is a main inlet. These are outlets, which would go to hoses. These hoses here are all pre-connects, which that means we can just drag them off and they can start attacking the fire as long as I open the right valve. Here we have the power. This is we have a generator, a 7,500 watt generator on here. Our light tower, which will go up like 16 feet in the air. This is our power supply cabinet, plus our extra hose we can use on the front. This is a supply line that could get hooked to there if we're on a hydrant. Air bottles, spare air bottles for the SCBAs. more spare air packs. This, if things really get bad, this is for the pump operator. If the wind changes and the smoke and everything is coming towards the engine and he needs to be able to breathe, that's what this air pack is for. Here are our assortment of nozzles, fittings. This is some spare foam. And this is to set up a deluge on site, in case the fire behavior gets out of hand. Come on around back here. We have our power cord, which we can run lights. We can run all our 120 volt material, power saws, and just floor dry for in case we have an accident. It's oil, pick up oil. Here's where we store our suction. We have ladders stored over there. So if, let's say we pull into our fire, we prefer to pull up to draft off the back. We can pull our suction lines out, hook up to this, and set up a port tank right here. And boom, we got our extra water. Around to this side, we have our fire extinguishers were what we typically would like to use these for. Vehicle accident, so you've got a fire extinguisher, and if you come into a house, the smell of smoke, something like that, you take a fire extinguisher with you, just in case you have a small electrical panel, something like that. You're not having to go back to the truck and get something else. This is our pressure fan. It's electric, so we can bring it right into a house. If there is smoke, we can evacuate the smoke. It's a pretty handy tool. This is our tools for chimney fires. Some lighting, cones, tarp, water for us. And then here's our tool rack. Well, a bunch of our tools that we use, these would be wrenches for hooking hoses, for hooking up the suction. Then we have an axe, have a Halligan tool. These are for firefighting tools to get for egress into a house. Some more tools, some more floor dry, some more water. And this would be suction in, or that's the large diameter disc. This is a suction in. This would be a large discharge if we were like to be transferring water to another engine. And then two more outlets, pressure lines. And obviously those are the same hoses, those pre-connects. We can haul them off either side. And there's where our firefighters ride. This truck also has a deluge up on top, which we can large volumes of water if we need to. The officer's seat. And of course, we've got the bell. Gotta have the bell. So, this is our Engine16. If you have any questions, please make comments at the bottom of the video, and have a safe day.